Hello everyone, I am Jonabel Servado, a third year Black B biology student. And today I am going to discuss the types of human sexual orientation. Now, what is sexual orientation? Well, sexual orientation, it pertains to the permanent and constant pattern of emotional, romantic, and sexual inclination that an individual experiences towards individual's particular gender or genders. And human sexuality, it is complex and diverse, encompassing a wide range of orientation and identities that individuals use to describe their attractions, desires, and relationships. Okay, so note that this topic is very sensitive to other people out there, and the only goal is to educate or to give some highlights about different types of the human sexuality or the human sexuality orientation. At the table 4.2, the types of human, there, the human sexuality, we have heterosexuality, homosexuality, which we have the gay, lesbian, and we have the bisexual, and also the pansexuality, asexuality, and demisexuality. So for now, we are going to discuss first the heterosexuality as part of the table 4.2, which is the human sexuality. In here, we have the heterosexuality. It is attraction and romantic involvement between individual of different genders. So this is basically means that it is when man likes women or a woman likes men. It is just that simple. Here we have the second one. We have the homosexuality. It is the attraction and romantic involvement between individual of same genders. And here we have the gay, the attraction of romantic of a man to another man. And also lesbian, the attraction and romantic of woman to another woman. Another part of the table, we have the bisexual. It is the attraction to individuals of both same genders and different genders. And also for the pansexuality, we have, it means also that a person can feel romantic or sexual attraction to others regardless of their gender, no? And this also includes men, women, and people who are non-binary or transgender. And also in simple term or in a simple words, pansexual people are usually care about the person, not their gender. There's no specific, as long as they get this emotional closeness to other people or the attraction to other people, they are good with it. And here, let's proceed to the asexuality. And asexuality means a person doesn't feel sexual attraction to others. Like a sexual person might love someone, care for them, and want a relationship, but not feel the desire for having sex. And here also we have the sexual spectrum. When we say sexual spectrum, includes different ways people who can experience little or rare sexual attraction. And first topic that I'm going to discuss regarding the sexual spectrum, we have the sex appears. And this means that individual has a lack of sexual attraction or desire engaging in like sexual activities. This means that a person generally dislikes or avoids sex and feels uncomfortable with the idea of engaging in it. Type of the asexual spectrum, we have the sex favorable, the second one, and this means that individual experiencing favorable emotions towards asexual activities within certain contexts. And this is just simply means that sex favorable, it means a person has a positive or welcoming attitude towards sex and may enjoy it even if they rarely or never feel sexual attraction. Sex favorable, they view sex as a fun or a bonding experiences. The sex neutral means a person doesn't have a strong feelings about sex, neither liking or disliking it. Next is the sex repulse. This means that individuals who experience aversion towards sex and sexual conduct. So this means a person feels uncomfortable or upset or even disgusted by the idea of sex or sexual activity. They just being sex repulsed. They care about their partner though, but simply do not want sex. Even talking about it or seeing sexual scenes, it makes them uneasy. And another, we have the copiosexual. This means individuals who identify as copiosexual do not experience sexual attraction or, however, still maintain a desire to partake in sexual conduct or engage in sexual relationships. Doesn't feel sexual attraction but still desire to have sex or a sexual relationships, and they might seek out sexual relationships though, even though they don't feel the attraction with it. They just come up with the idea of wanting to partake with the sexual attraction. Ever feel the sexual attraction toward others, and they don't get crushes or feel sexually drawn to people, but they still want to experience the the sex and the intimacy, either for emotional closeness or curiosity. Okay, next we have the libidoist asexual, individual who self-identify as asexual yet encounter sexual desires that can fulfill through acts or self-stimulation or masturbation. Describes someone who doesn't feel sexual attraction to others but still has a sex drive or the libido and might enjoy sexual activities like masturbation. Means that they doesn't feel sexually attracted to anyone and they don't want sex with other people, but sometimes they still feel the sexual urges and take care of those feelings by themselves. The individuals who identify as gray sexual exhibit a diminished frequency or intensity of sexual attraction. This means a person experiences sexual attraction very rarely or only under special conditions. Like, for example, one time after spending months of getting to know someone deeply and feeling completely safe and understood, they felt a small, rare spark of attraction, and it doesn't happen often, maybe only once or twice in their life, and that's what makes them gray sexual. Because gray sexuality sits between being fully asexual and sexual. Some people's brains and feelings just don't experience sexual attraction often. It might only happen rarely in very specific situation also, and or in a very light way. It's simply how their attraction naturally works. Gray romantic, it means that individuals who self-identify as gray romantic may encounter infrequent or comparatively weak experience of a romantic attraction. When we say gray romantic, it is way similar to gray sexual, but it's about romantic attraction instead of sexual attraction. A gray romantic person rarely feels romantic attraction or only in a very specific situation. Like for example, most of the time they don't feel a romantic attraction and don't have the urge to date. Their friends talk about crushes and relationship, but they don't have the feeling of being related with that topic. It is different. It feels something different, something that might be romantic attraction. It doesn't happen often, but in this rare case, it does. The differences between the gray sexual and gray romantic is that the gray sexual in short-term sexual attraction, while the gray romantic ensure the rare romantic attraction. The gray sexual rarely or only occasionally feels it's about wanting sex with someone, but only in rare or special situations, only feeling sexual attraction after a long time or very rarely. While the romantic rarely or only occasionally feels a romantic attraction. It's about wanting to fall in love or date, but only in rare or special situation. Only feeling a romantic attraction once in a while or under specific emotional conditions. Next, the demisexuality. Demisexuality means a person only feels sexual attraction after forming a strong relationship or emotional bond with someone, or after such a long time of being close with each other and having bond, building trust and deep emotional connection. You can see that you have finally feel the sexual attraction toward with this specific person, and without that bond it wouldn't have happened. It is basically started on the friendship terms or how the band goes. So for the conclusion, understanding human sexual orientation and sexuality, it is essential for promoting acceptance, improving mental and physical health, ensuring equal rights, and educating society, and it helps create a more inclusive and supportive world for everyone. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Bye.